It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time! You have to trust me. It's time for another Queer Edge. Oh, yes, it is. With the most trusted man in all of broadcasting, Jett. Yeah, you know you can trust me because I'm on television.
What are you doing right now?
But how do you know who to trust out there? Who has your back? For that matter, who has your crack? For instance, let me give you a for instance.
Make it up.
We trust people in scrubs. And why? We assume people in scrubs are doctors, or nurses, or at least someone in the medical know. But hell, you can buy scrubs for $11.39. Do they come with some kind of amazing powers? Can you suddenly heal the sick? Do people who put them on, do they steal vital organs and sell them on eBay to Larry Hagman? Huh? Scrubs can make the most gap-toothed hillbilly look like George Clooney. Yeah, people will listen to you in a scrub. If someone in a scrub says, swallow this, I swallow. If they say turn over, I turn over.
What are you doing right now?
Would you let anyone not in scrubs shave your testicles? Yeah, your testicles, not mine. Mine are shaved, thank you very much, by Ming Ching Wee P, who also does my nails. It's a package deal. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Listen, look twice, my hospital-bound queer edgers. Is that really a nurse? Or just someone who enjoys square-cut clothing? Should you ask them for credentials? Or just let them do a spinal tap? I say tap away. Tap away, yeah. So what if they're just faking their way through giving you a catheter? I don't care. They have scrubs. Yes. I assume people in loose cotton clothing know far more than me. Just as I assume people in tight spandex know far less.
My reality.
But our guests tonight know the most important thing because they know Jack.
It's yours.
And those lucky people are from the planet What's Up. It's Jackie Inks with some news from the Edge.
Yeah.
My sensational and smoking Barbarella is with us tonight. A funny dude who wears glasses, Michael Rayner, is here. And from the courtship of Eddie's father and former lead singer of the Dead Kennedys, Brandon Cruz. He's gonna be here. And host of television's Overhauling, Adrienne Janic, will be dropping by. And in addition, we have the music of Miss Julie Gribble. And we have back with us to co-host from the Munsters, Eddie, a.k.a. Butch Patrick. Yeah. So this is going to be fun tonight. It's really going to be fun. But you can actually be the judge of that. Because if we say here at the Queer Edge, if it ain't broke, then break it. Yeah. Because I got to tell you this, Queer Edgers, we are a go.
What are you doing right now? It's your reality. Make it up. Vodka martini. 2 olives. This is my reality. What's yours? What's yours? What's yours?
Wednesday here on the Queer Edge, which we call Hemp and Hump Day. And we call it that for a very good reason. We have had an amazing week thus far. Monday, Tuesday, this being Wednesday. And we will further that with a Thursday and a Friday. And before we get started, I do want to send out special happy birthday to Angie Dickinson, who turned 97 today. We love you, Angie, and we are there for you through and through. But I don't want to waste any more time. This guy has been so much fun this week. For some children, life is a dream. And for some, a horror. But for our co-host, it was both. Both, yeah. The talented man who was the talented child, Eddie, on the Munsters. Please welcome back Mr. Butch Patrick. Have a seat, have a seat.
Thank you.
Okay, Butch Patrick, you, first of all, I've been disappointed this week because I thought all child actors were supposed to be heroin addicts. Heroin addicts, crackheads, and bulimics. And not once have I seen you vomit.
No.
Not once have you come to my dressing room offering me any drugs.
No.
And so, what is the problema?
I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm the only kid actor who didn't go through rehab.
Do you never been through rehab?
No.
Oh my God, Jackie and I both have frequent coupons there where we get them stamped, and her next visit is absolutely free, as a matter of fact. But how do you think you avoided all of that?
Never took it too seriously, and just lived kind of outside the Hollywood circle, and maintained my friends, and spent a lot of time in the Midwest.
Right.
Kept me grounded.
Well, yeah, I'm Midwest. I'm not sure it keeps you grounded as much as it just keeps you. I've got to stop saying this word. We cannot say FUC, that word anymore.
Yeah,
I've gotten in trouble for it. So, but sometimes living in the Midwest can really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, messing around.
I live there.
The farm animals.
Yeah, I love those farm animals. Some are really cute.
Which ones?
I'm sorry, I was just dreaming. But tell us this. Here's the whole thing. I didn't know this. I thought all those people on the Munsters were dead, but you. But they're not. Thank God they're still living, aren't they? Except for
Fred Gwynn.
Who was an amazing actor.
He was a true Renaissance man. Yes,
Yeah, he really was. But in all truthfulness, didn't you think that his Herman was a bit on the Nelly side?
He was childlike. He went the childlike route. Yes. They had him play Frankenstein as a 10-year-old, 7-foot tall guy. So
he was doing it as a child, not as a Nelly Queen.
Yeah, it was like Jack. You know, he was playing it as an old man with young actions.
Are you saying like me?
No, like Jack, the movie Jack, Robin Williams.
Oh, okay. I thought you were referring to me because I thought that was really pretty right on. Oh, how did you say it? Old, trying to play young?
Yeah, he was an old man with a young, point of view.
Right.
Yeah, childlike.
Now, how old were you when you were doing this show?
11 and 12.
11 and 12. Were you getting laid left and right?
Not at 11 and 12.
You sure?
I'm sure. I would have remembered it. Tight little velvet shorts, I would have known.
Yeah. Okay, at what point did you start getting laid from being Eddie Munster?
Oh, I don't know if I ever got laid from being Eddie Munster. But,
oh, please.
At 15, I started getting lucky.
It's when Butch lost his virginity at 15.
At 15.
And did you use the Eddie Munster thing at all to get into that?
If it came my way, I would use it, but I didn't hang the shingle out there.
Yeah. See, now that's where you and I are different. Because I would have the shingle hanging out. I would have it on my T-shirt.
Yeah.
Whatever I could do, to help me get laid is what I would do.
You would have never taken the makeup off.
Yeah, I would have never taken the makeup. If I were you, I would still be wearing the same shorts and the whole bit. And walking around going, I'm Eddie Munster, please lay me.
If I was still wearing the same shorts, I'd be tucking it in my knee socks.
Right. Now you're a cowboy, though.
Oh, yes.
Cowboy. We're gonna go to the news now because Jackie Inks. We got news from the Edge, and I have to explain to you something. News from the Edge, Butch. It's like this. Here's the Edge, right? Mm-hmm. And then Jackie has the news, and she's going to give it to us from the Edge. You understand that?
I like that.
Okay, Eddie, one more time. From the Edge. Very good. Jackie Inks with news from the Edge.
everybody. Thank you, Jack. It is indeed Hemp and Hump Wednesday. And here's a little news for you. A Romanian prisoner has decided to take on the big guy, and I do mean the biggest of guys, God. An inmate named Pavel M. has filed an official complaint suing God, yes, it is God, the one we all pray to, for failing to save him from the devil. In the lawsuit, he has accused God of cheating, abuse, and traffic of influence, and stated that God was also guilty of committing concealment, bribery, and abuse of the people's interest. Pavel is currently serving 20 years on a murder conviction, but says throughout the years, God received from him various goods and prayers, which were in turn to keep him out of trouble. He went on to add that God didn't keep his end of the bargain, and he was left in the devil's hands. Prosecutors said they would probably have to drop the lawsuit because they didn't anticipate being able to subpoena God just to defend himself. We here on The Edge are keeping an eye on this because if the lawsuit is suing God based on concealment, taking bribes, and abuse of the people's interests, it's finally crystal clear why Tom DeLay thinks he's God. News from down under, or maybe we should say going down under. Parent and family groups in Australia are all a titter over a new magazine that gives underage boys sex tips and encourages them to drink beer. The new magazine is called Explode, and its target audience is boys between 12 and 17 years old. It features scantily clad women, including a regular feature called Your Roommate's Big Sister, and there's also a sealed section that contains sex tips for the younger male. The publisher is calling it fresh, bold, and edgy, but an Australian Family Association spokesman says it's nothing more than the exploitation of children. Our crack investigation team here on The Edge peeked into a recent issue. Indeed, they found an article that was a guide to a woman's 8 most sensitive areas and another that had a how-to section on the art of unhooking a bra with just one hand. Good to know. The Family Association people are trying to fight back, but their initial plan seems to lack big picture thinking. They didn't want the boys to be able to practice what they had read, so they are suggesting that parents should make sure their teenage daughters don't wear bras. And finally tonight, Bush head honcho Karl Rove is in the news again, but I'm glad to say that it is not about another subpoena. Last week, Karl's wife was caught off guard on the front yard of their home, and when she told reporters, including our Edge Washington reporter Hugo, that Karl was not at home, they didn't believe her. So she put them in their place by literally lifting the garage door to prove her point. Sure enough, just as she had claimed, Karl's SUV was indeed a no-show. But there was plenty of other stuff left for prying eyes. The AP Newswire went public with a picture that proved what many of us had feared all along. We had indeed been given some bad intelligence. The picture showed an unorganized mess full of junk, paint cans, ladders, and even some file boxes marked box 6, 4, and 7. But the big prize was nowhere to be found. Boxes 1, 2, 3, and 5, or as we like to call them, the BMDs, were nowhere to be found. I'm Jackie Yanks. You know, we're going to go to a break. It is, of course, Hemp and Hump Wednesday, and it also Canadian Lesbian Wednesday, girls. Stay with us. Lots more Clear Edge right after this.
Hey guys, how are you? It's pre-Halloween week, and we're spending it here with the ever so lovely Butch Patrick. And why do you laugh when I say the ever so lovely? You are ever so lovely.
Cute, maybe.
Cute. I'd say lovely and handsome. Now here's the thing: you went through your rock and roll phase at some point. Are you still in your rock and roll phase?
I'm still there.
Okay. So do you have a band?
I had a band. Yes.
Okay, what was the name of the band?
Eddie and the Monsters.
Eddie and the Monsters. How brilliant is
I
that?
know. I mean,
yeah. A lot. I mean, how many names did you go through before you came up with that one?
Well, I tried Pugsley and the Addams Family.
Right. That didn't sound right.
Pugsley and the Uglies. No, I don't know.
Just didn't work.
Right.
And what kind of songs did you put out?
Actually, we did 145. That's all we did. We were actually trying to do videos for rock production when MTV came out.
Right.
And we had to make a video, so we created Eddie and the Monsters.
Right.
We never performed. I was the original Munster Vanilli. I lip-synced. I faked the bass, but I did write the lyrics.
Ask him about the tour bus.
What about the tour bus?
Yes, I have a Grateful Dead tour bus that was used for 18 years by the Dead from 67 to 85.
I swear to God, I was going to ask you if you're a Deadhead because of the T-shirt. Kind of gives that away.
Yeah, Jerry Garcia's. I was a big fan of the Dead.
And you've got the bus?
Well, they had several, but I've got one of them. I've got the caboose. It's the one that was used to supply all the drugs.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, this was the one that came along and brought all the drugs to the concert, and then after the concert, they used it as the VIP party room.
Big question, are there still any have you searched it for drugs?
I won't walk barefoot through it.
I will. Invite me over.
I'll walk on my tongue.
I'll walk on my hands like this. Okay, but so you had one song. You only put out one song. And somehow that became the MTV's Basement Tapes evolved out of that?
Right, we were the first unsigned act ever to be on MTV. And we went to New York and just to BS'd our way up the tower, and they played Whatever Happened to Eddie on Super Bowl Sunday. And then they thought, well, hey, there might be a lot of other talent out there making home videos. And so they started the Basement Tapes.
That's what we do here.
Yeah.
We kind of do our own little basement tape.
Yeah, a lot of talent got discovered, and I'm really happy for that, for that little distinction.
We have some talent here, Miss Jackie.
You want me to tell?
Please.
You know what? It's Hemp and Hump Wednesday, Butch Patrick.
Yeah.
And then it's also Canadian Lesbian Wednesday. So
Yeah.
something for the ladies.
Yeah.
Please welcome the lovely Julie Gribble.
Yes.
So I'm on the telephone just the other night. It's 2 a.m. and no one's around but me. Just me, and I started figuring out just where it was. Oh, that my happiness went to, 'cause it left me. And it's a little bit lonely. And it's a little bit lonely. Another weather round. And it's a little bit lonely. Wish I could find the storm to tell you about. Well, it's a little bit lonely. And I got just enough to get me high. Just let me breathe another more. Well, are you still there? 'Cause it's quiet here, all inside my head. And all these memories, they keep stealing me inside. And I admit to you tonight that I'm afraid of a lot of things. Too many stories I could write, love songs. But I like being alone right now. And it's a little bit lonely. it's a little bit lonely. Wish I could find a storm to tell you about. Well, it's a little bit lonely. And there's a lot more that I couldn't say, and I just wouldn't bother your precious time within. 'Cause I'd rather you think I'm alright here, and some lonesome warrior, and well, it's just all of me. Well, you've hung up by now my tired stories. Well, honey, I'm tired of them too. And it's a little bit lonely. And it's a little bit lonely. Another weather eye. And it's a little bit lonely. Wish I could find a storm to tell you about. Well, it's a little bit lonely. Ooh, it's a little bit lonely. Well, it's a little bit lonely. Well, I'm a little bit.
Yo! Come here, come here, come here, come here. Come over here. Miss Julie Gribble?
Yes.
Miss Julie Gribble?
Julie Gribble, yes.
Yeah, I bet people have a sit here. Have a sit, have a
Nice,
sit.
very nice.
I bet you got so much crap with that last name, didn't you, growing up?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
And that's why you became a songwriter, I bet. I think, like your
Totally,
whole
totally.
life, it was what? Gribble this, gribble that?
Yeah, it was like dribble, and yeah, it was all over the place. It was obnoxious.
Yeah. But, so
But I actually took it on because I was like, you know what? Gribble's awesome because everybody remembers it because it's so weird.
it is a weird name.
like-
I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, exactly. So I was
But
like, screw
I
it.
like Dribble Gribble, too.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
The Gribble Master's my favorite.
I have so many questions to ask you. I was listening to your music, and it's really very cool. That was like a bit of a depressing song.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it was kind of like a bunch of drama queens watching Terms of Endearment. It was that kind of like,
I love that stuff though, man.
you do?
Love it.
Okay, we've only got a couple of questions, so I've got to
Okay.
ask you questions right off the bat. You're a female.
Yes.
Are you okay with
correct.
that?
I'm okay with
Okay. Hasn't affected your songwriting, your guitar playing in any way?
No, but like it's affected the way people like when you go into a place and you're like, I want to jam or I want to play, and they're like, yeah, another chick singer.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm good, I promise. Like, listen, just take it. It's harder.
Yeah.
It is harder.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
I'm
so
trying to change that. I'm working on that right
we
now.
like you for that.
Listen, here's one of the things I want to ask you about. Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Yes.
Okay. And why do
Of
chicks
course
do
you
that?
will. Because guys have such big egos, man.
And so you
And you
gotta
just feel bad. You're like, dude,
all right.
there you go.
They're
Happy
happy.
It's been a long time since I've done that,
Right.
but like, when I
Have you
was
ever
younger-
participated in any lesbianic activities?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes.
Do you enjoy that? Because I
enjoy
don't.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know.
There's nothing lesbian about me. But, so you've been there.
Been there.
Been there. That's for our Canadian Lesbian Wednesday friends. We just want to put that out there for them. She fakes orgasms, and she does participate in occasional lesbianic activities. Is that
Yes.
is that proper to say? She's an amazing songwriter. Her last name is Gribble. So there's a lot. She's coming with a guitar and a lot of baggage.
How do our new Canadian lesbian new fans find you?
Yeah, how do they?
It's juliegribble.com.
Looky, look what I have.
Looky,
What's
looky. And it's on towerrecords.com, cdbaby.com, iTunes. You can download one or the whole album.
Can they contact you on your website?
Yes.
Yeah, but here's the really cool thing. If you go through your website, you autograph it, don't
Yes.
you?
Yes.
That's pretty
And it's also
freaking.
cheaper. It's tax-free because I don't charge tax.
You don't charge for sex?
Tax.
Oh, I
well,
thought
I
you
don't
said-
charge for that either.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know. Sorry. Okay, we've got to go. You have to come back and see us sometime.
I would love to.
Because, now we're going to have all our Canadian lesbians are going to be like going, get that chick back on. and tell her to wear less clothes next time.
Sweet, all right.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
you.
We'll be right back with more of the Queer Edge right after this.
Drag it down, hanging round this place with my heart open wide.
Nice and mellow. Unlike me, I'm a fan too. I'm a fan. Watch this. Happy Halloween. That's scary.
That's good.
I know. They were like, Jack, don't you want to dress up for Halloween? I said, honey, this is it. Boo. Let me introduce our next guest. I've got to get serious. Now, Michael Rayner, he's a funny man. And as I mentioned earlier, he wears glasses. Did I point
Yes, he
that
does.
out? But very important in the comedian business that one wears glasses. He has his hands in a lot of different. I love you so. I love you too. I love communicating with the camera. I love you too, honey.
Yeah.
But we've got to talk right now.
So Strasbourg.
He's got his hands in a lot of different pies, and I'm glad it's his hand. Let's meet the man himself, Mr. Michael Rayner.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. All right, folks, we want to do a big trick to start off the show because this is a big show.
Yes.
It's a big show.
Yes.
I'm going to balance a wheelbarrow on my face. Yes, as you can see, I actually fly with my wheelbarrow. I just got back from a show from Vegas, and what I like to do is I go up in my hotel room and I assemble my wheelbarrow, and then I walk down on the casino floor and I just look at all the pit bosses and say, I feel lucky. Oh yeah, baby, right there. Sweet. All right. Now, you know, I could just do this myself. It'd be exciting and dangerous. Butch, get over here, quick! Hurry!
Butch?
Hurry, do what I tell you! Hurry!
Yeah,
I've got my comedy glasses
Go, go,
on.
go,
Right
go,
here.
go.
Comedy
Stand right
glasses
there.
on.
Kneel right there. Here we go, kneel.
Neil, that way or this way?
That way, they
way.
can see your lovely face.
Okay.
The exciting thing is, I'm going to balance a wheelbarrow over Butch Patrick's head. A dream come
That's a
true!
dream come true!
A dream come true!
Taking
Have
out
you
my
ever done
glasses.
this before?
No.
Good, neither have I. That's
well.
great. Here we go. Wheelbarrow over top of your head. Don't move and you will not die.
like how he takes his
Here we
glasses
go.
off. Like
Here we
that'll
go. Now, when I take my hands off the wheelbarrow, everybody clap and cheer for Butch Patrick. Here we go. Get ready. Now, Butch, are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
You
do
never
we have our
thought.
insurance in order?
Here we go. I do. Here we go. Get ready, Butch. There we go. Clap for Butch Patrick. Back over there. We're done with that.
You almost got it there, buddy.
All right. Quickly, we got to do another thing very quickly. What do we have? We have a towel. Making a towel into a chicken. Anybody can do this. You need no special skills. Watch very carefully. Roll the towel up like so. You just need hands. You can even do this with a GED. It doesn't matter. Here we go. Roll it up like so. Do the bottom up to the top. On the count of 3, everybody say the word chicken towel, and the towel will turn into a chicken. Watch very carefully. Fold it in 2. Pull these out. Here we go. You can almost hear the cluck cluck of the chicken. That's like a chicken on crack, I think. I'm not sure. You can almost see the scratchy feet. Get ready. On the count of 3, say the word chicken towel. 1, 2, 3.
Chicken down!
There we go.
Freaking incredible.
This way for dyslexics, everybody.
Okay.
The ancient Japanese art of towelagami. Here we go. There we go. Do I have time for one more trick? One more quick one. We'll do a quick, very quick trick. We have an umbrella. We have a burger. Get ready. We're going to spin a burger on the top of an umbrella. Watch very carefully. If you're lactose intolerant, get on the front row. Here we go. Oh, there we go. The spinning burger trick. There it is,
There
folks.
we go.
There we
There
go.
we go.
There we go. Ah! There we go. Oh, there we go. We'll see you later.
You know, I've got to say, not since Meryl Streep in Sophie's Choice have I seen such talent.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I
appreciate
am
that.
blown away by that. What drugs were you taking when you thought of doing that?
You know, the funny thing is, this is all, if I would have taken drugs, it would have been weirder. No drugs. I just lived in the Midwest. and so
there we go again.
I had to do something to get out of the boredom.
Yeah, I was trying to explain to Butch the whole Midwestern, how that can, he was saying it balances you out, and I said, no,
it warps you.
Warps you, thank you.
It warps you, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a much better word than verstoop, which is what I was going to use. Okay, now, how long have you been doing this little gig here?
About 15 years, different places, and mostly in LA now. So, 15 years traveling around a little bit. Went to Japan and did some of the tricks, and that was fun. They didn't understand any of the words. They just said, "Look, it's a chicken," and they were excited.
Yeah, they're easily excited. Jett?
Is all of it physical? I mean, like if you do your whole show, is it all based on physical?
A lot of the show is physical now. I have 2 kids now, so some now is based on, I have a baby girl, 2 baby girls actually. So now some of it's just the weird daily life of wiping bottoms.
Now, this is, you had the 2 children, obviously, just to flaunt your heterosexuality.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I'm slightly effeminate as it is. So.
Yeah. No, I am not sure I'd use the word slightly in that. I would just straight out go with Nelly.
That's right.
Is where I would
You
go
don't
with it.
understand. I was probably called fag more than the actual fags of my school. So that was what the weird thing was. That's why I left the Midwest.
But you know what? I have always had a place in my heart for effeminate heterosexuals.
Right.
Yeah, usually they're hotel clerks or somehow in the restaurant business. I find a lot of them, and there's a lot of them working on our crew right here. Did you bring me any gifts today?
Did I bring you any gifts?
No?
No, I didn't bring you any
Okay, I
gifts.
just check with
Sorry.
people. And one last
Parasol and a
question.
hamburger.
Do I look fat at all to
No,
you?
look, I have such large girth. I would never say somebody looks fat. You
Do you find him attractive?
Quite fulsome.
Do you find him attractive? Yeah, slightly.
Yes, I did.
Slightly.
Okay, that is Jackie. Please, you'll have a conversation
Yeah,
with him. The slightly thing does not.
No, you got to leave out the slightly comment.
Leave out the slightly.
We can do it again.
No. He had his chance and he blew it. This next chick coming out, and I do mean she's a chick in every sense of the word. She's a super beauty. She can be seen as co-host of TLC's hit show, Overhauling. Please say hello to the cutest little fan girl out there, Adrienne Janic. Hey, girl! Look at this! Look how cute you are! Oh my God, she's so delicate. She's so delicate. I don't know how to handle. Here, can you make it here? Delicate little girl.
Delicate but strong.
Delicate but strong.
Yes.
There we go. Hello. Oh my God! I didn't know a waist could be so small. How do you do that? And what's
I
up?
drink lots of Fanta.
What's up with all this whole beautiful thing you've got going on? What's up with that?
With the hair?
No, with the whole pretty face and just being beautiful.
You guys have a fabulous hair and makeup team here.
No, honey, I saw you coming in. You got it. You got it.
Aura.
Yeah, she's got it going on.
Well, you know, it's working with a bunch of guys on a show. You know, I'm the only girl there.
Yeah, tell us about this show, because this sounds like something I could probably take your place on this show. I got a feeling.
Okay.
Okay, tell us about the show, Overhauling.
Okay, Overhauling, basically we take a classic car, let's say a 69 Mustang, a Firebird, a car that could, you know, cool car.
All right.
Take it, redo everything in 1 week. Interior, paint, wheels, engine, everything in 7 days, and we give it back to the person.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you even know what the car is? Come clean with us. When they drive a car up, are you a car enough person where you know a '68 Firebird?
You know, I'm learning.
Okay.
I'm learning.
That's cool,
I came in not knowing anything about cars, don't know how to change the oil in my car or a tire.
You're getting into it now?
I am getting into it.
That's neat.
And
Yes.
that's kind of the role you play. There's obviously there's some butch dudes on this show that are doing the
yes,
Overhauling.
there's a lot of strong, muscular guys on the show.
God.
Yeah.
Can I come watch a tape sometime?
You can come over anytime.
Oh, God, that'd be so
She
fun.
can bring you some something to drink too, because
I could bring you Fanta.
Yeah,
as
now
we
here's
watch
what I was
this
going to
car.
tell you. Here's the thing. When I told people you were going to be on the show and that you were from this series, everyone was going, no. She's the Fanta girl. She's the Fanta girl. And I've got to come clean with you. I haven't seen the Fanta commercial. I don't know. You know, it doesn't air on Pot TV.
there she is.
Oh, there she is.
She's the blonde.
I've seen that.
She's the blonde,
I'm
though.
the blonde. They managed to get all this hair in that little blonde wig.
A lot of billboards. I've seen that.
Yes,
That
billboards,
is.
commercials.
So everyone's going, Joe, the Fanta girl. So that's what that's all about.
That's me.
There you go.
And you know what that's all, I'm going to tell you, honey, what that's all about.
Tell me.
I'm going to show you right here. That's all about this little belly button, isn't it? It's a
Sorry, I ate
sexy
too many
little
cookies
belly
right
button. That's what people are digging on that. That's why my crew was so happy about having the Fanta chick on now. Now I get it. See, I don't think in those terms. I'm just seeing this pretty girl. And I missed the whole belly button thing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun job.
Okay, let me ask you, how much time do I have? Because I have 1 million questions to ask this girl.
Okay, ask away.
Where are you from?
I'm from here in Los Angeles. Actually, I grew up in Whittier.
That is really boring. Come up with a lie.
Where should I be from?
Austria?
Austria.
Yeah.
Or I could be.
Hong Kong. Let's say you're from Hong Kong.
Okay.
Did you work with Jamie Kennedy too?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that was
some
so
pranks.
tragic. He's the one who died in the plane crash,
No.
right?
That's John.
No,
that's John
John
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
This is Jamie Kennedy.
Oh, different
Wrong
Kennedy.
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 Oh.
This is the adopted Kennedy.
Oh my God! I get all those Kennedys confused. They're telling me to say goodbye, but
So soon.
yeah, and I have. Let me ask you this before you go.
Okay.
I want you to tell Daddy Jack this. What sins have you committed this week? Confess them to me.
What sins? There's so many.
Just give me the highlights, the top ones.
The
Guys are
highlights.
painting.
Like what?
Sex with someone you don't know. Did you have sex with Butch Patrick in the dressing room? Did you tell me something, some dirt?
I don't know. Like I said, there's so many.
Okay, then will you come back and see us?
Okay.
And make a list of them.
Okay.
Like from now until you come back, I want to keep you to keep a list of the major sins.
Okay, major sins.
And put a star next to the ones that were sexual.
Okay.
Okay, you promise?
Promise.
And keep this beauty thing going. It's cool. It's working. It's really working. We'll be right back with more Queer Edge right after this. Thank you, Michael.
You say that you need more than I can give, and you say that you need more than I can give, and you say that you need.
Our next guest is actually the guy that I've known longer in the business than anybody else. We met in 1969, and he's another famous TV Eddie. Please welcome my good friend, Brandon Cruz.
Yes! Listen, here's what I did for you.
What'd you do?
I purchased this chick for you. And so is it okay, or should I send her back?
I should call my wife, but I think it'll be all right.
Okay, cool. I think your wife might be into it as well.
Well, that'd be even better.
That'd be even better for you, wouldn't it?
How you doing, buddy?
Can I just say this? And do you know Jackie Inks down there?
Yep.
Okay.
We go way back.
Okay. You are not as pretty as her.
I was wondering if I was going to get the whole pretty thing.
No, you're not getting the whole thing because you're sexy, but I got to tell you this: you don't look like you did when you were that little boy.
Well, thank Buddha.
Yeah, thank Buddha for that. Here's what I was freaked out when I was reading about you. You were in the Dead Kennedys for a while.
Yeah, 2.5
Not the
years.
Jamie Kennedys.
No, not the John Kennedy Jr.
And not the John, but the Dead Kennedys.
Well, actually,
Which had one of my very favorite songs of theirs was Holiday in Cambodia.
Hmm?
You took the place of, look at him back there, how cute is that? Oh my God. You know what? I got to tell you this. If you would have chosen to be an altar boy instead of on that show,
Right.
you would be a freaking millionaire.
I would be a lot of
By
money for the
now,
diocese.
because
Yes, I would.
I am sure some priest would have got you, and you would be wealthy by now.
How do you know they didn't?
Oh, I don't know. Why do people say, "Oh"? I'm not the one creating that whole thing. I didn't
He
do
just
any.
reports the news.
It's journalistic integrity.
Yes, I'm just telling him if he had his life to do over again, I would choose the altar boy because I would think there'd be more bucks in it.
I'd have to go into Catholicism, but it's a good gig nowadays.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now here's the thing: how long were you on this show?
69 to 72.
Okay,
Until I was about 10.
10. So did you get laid during that time?
Mrs. Livingston was hot,
Okay,
but I didn't.
you didn't do it.
No.
Okay.
No. Jodie Foster was on the show. No go.
Yeah.
I mean, Jodie's not. Well, she doesn't play well with boys.
Well, I tell you this, we've talked about this. We've actually talked about this on the show. We cannot figure out why Jodie Foster can't find a good husband because she's attractive, she's smart, she's clever and witty, and this town is full of gorgeous men, and she just hasn't found the right one. It baffles the mind, doesn't it, Brandon?
It does.
Well, he explained
does.
it. She doesn't play well with boys.
She doesn't play well with boys.
Now we have the
She's
answer.
tough.
I
She's
do.
tough. She kicked my butt.
Did she?
She did.
You look like a tough guy. I wouldn't want to get into a fight. Like, I know I could kick her ass, I could kick his ass, I could kick her ass. I'm not sure I could kick your ass.
You're pretty big, but we could wrestle.
Ooh. Okay, now you're getting ready to go someplace I don't think you want to go, Brandon. I really don't think you want to go there.
I've been around. You don't know.
Okay, now you're getting me all worked up, and we don't want to get Daddy Jack worked up this early. Okay, here's the thing. Now you're in a band called Dr.
No.
Yes. Like no, not no.
Like K-N-O-W.
K-N-O-W.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the music, and it is pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Christian rock.
No.
No,
not
what would
really.
you call it?
I'd call it punk rock.
Punk rock.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's
Do you guys-
old school punk rock.
Do you still do a version of the Eddie's, the people let me tell you about my best friend? You did that, right?
The Harry Nilsson song?
You did the theme.
I did it after, right before Harry died. He came into the studio with my band, and we recorded a track just for kicks to see what it would sound like as a
That
punk rock
people
song.
let me tell you about my best
Yeah,
friend.
but this one was just, and Harry kind of listened to it and went, "Are you sure?" Okay, so we did it, and then tragically 2 weeks later he died, and Randy
You don't
Newman
think it had
called.
anything to do with the song, do you?
I think it had a lot to do with it. We put him through a lot.
Yeah.
He had to take a lot of cannabinol, and it was tragic. And well, hey,
Wait a second, that's a drug I haven't heard of.
be careful because
stuff
it's
in the
really
60s.
wicked. Cannabinol. It's like
Cannabinol.
acid and PCP together.
Did someone get a note of that? Cannabinol.
Yeah, it's hard to find now, like Quaaludes.
Okay.
But so we did the track with Harry, and then he died, and then Randy Newman called me and said, "I heard you have a track," and I played it for him, and he said, "I think this would be a little too weird having Harry on his own tribute album," which I didn't think was right. I thought Harry would have, really thought it was funny. So I got Mickey Dolenz to do a track with me, and we gave it to them, and we were all ready for it to come out. And then Ringo Starr at the 11th hour called Randy and said, "Oh, I have a track." So I got bumped
By a beetle. Bumped by a beetle. Brandon was bumped by a beetle.
Yep.
Well, that pissed me off at Ringo.
I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
We'll have words.
Now, are you hiding something under that cap?
No.
Okay.
No. I have very little hair.
You do?
Yeah.
I bet it's
by,
sexy.
By choice. Oh, you want to see?
Yeah, I do.
I just shake my...
that is cool as shit right there. I love gray hair. Look at that.
I've earned every one of them.
Oh my God.
You're not too hip on the gloves without lube, so you might want to watch that.
Yeah. Little Eddie. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that
I'm gonna
glove's going on eBay now, right?
Okay, yeah. I'm going to go to hell.
We're going to talk about Brandon's virginity and how old he
Yeah,
was.
how old were you when you lost your virginity?
13.
13. He was 15, so you beat him by a couple of years.
Got
And who
really-
was it with?
Just some neighborhood gal.
Uh-huh. So have you always...
Who was 19.
Yeah. Have you always dug chicks?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got a kid now.
Two.
Two kids.
I have two
And one of them you named after Bill, what's his name? Bixby.
Yeah, Lincoln Bixby
I
is my
should
son.
research.
Yeah.
A little more, shouldn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, Lincoln Bixby is my 10-year-old son, and
Cool.
I have a 5-year-old daughter named Ruby Jean.
Uh-huh. Did Bill Bixby do a lot of acid?
You know,
In rumor?
In rumor?
Yeah.
There were things that happened on the set that I wasn't really, allowed to know, but my mom hung out
That's
with...
kind of a yes or no answer. Let me try to put it to you again.
Okay, I'd have
Did he
to
do a lot
say-
of acid on the set?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Thank you, my God. Sometimes, I show you this. If I were at the White House in a press conference, those Bush little people would not get away with the answers that they give, because they give those salt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I just came down on Brandon Cruz, didn't I? I said, you answer the damn question, Brandon.
You just pulled it right out of me, didn't you?
Hell yeah. So Bixby was an acid head. Everybody, write and call all your friends and tell them Bill Bixby is an acid head. Oh my God. Let me ask you this. Why do you think it is, Brandon Cruz, that Jesus did not invite one single chick to the Last Supper?
He was gay.
That's what I've said, but you're a straight man saying it, and so that means we're both going to burn in hell. But it is a little thing, and then plus he's standing there. If you look at a photo of that Lord's Supper or Last Supper, whatever it's called, there's Jesus going like this. It's like the Nelliest pose in the world. Am I right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I love that word, Nelly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now that we're talking about that, before we go, let me ask you this: is it a sin? Do you think it's a sin to download Christian music?
Only if you listen to it.
Okay. That's a great answer. High five on that, Brandon Cruz. We got to go. We'll be right back with what have we learned today. So stay tuned. We got like about 16 pounds of queer stuff left right after this.
And it's hard to say goodbye. And it's hard to say goodbye. You, my friend, don't say goodbye.
Welcome back. So that music, I love that. It's yeah. Remind me, Jakey, when I decided to commit suicide to get that
Get this soundtrack?
because that's a great suicide track.
Soundtrack to end your life by.
And speaking of suicide, we have had so much fun today on the show, and or at least I have, and I guess that's really all that's important.
No, it's your show.
Have you guys okay? Time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Brandon, don't look so freaking excited. I'm going to give you this chance one more time. Has everyone had fun on the show today?
Yes, I've had a great time.
There we go.
that?
Thank you. Get him some Connecticut. But this show is not just about fun. This show is about education. And this show is about no child left behind. This show is about no drug left behind. And so we're going to start with you, Michael, and ask you, what, my son, have you learned on the Queer Edge today?
You know, bring gifts for you.
Yeah, good.
That's
I'd like to get that whole Rosie gig started. Remember, people used to bring her gifts. And the same with Ellen. If there is a gay guest, if they're a gay television host, you should bring them gifts. I think that's the law.
I think that's fair.
Adrienne, what about you?
I learned how to make a chicken out of a towel.
Oh, that's something you can really take that home to the overhaul in boys.
I will.
And show them that. Brandon, what have you learned?
I've learned that I made the wrong career choice. I should have been an altar boy.
There you go. You live and you learn.
Yes, thank
Next
you.
slide.
Thank you for enlightening me.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for, son. What about you, Butch?
That you can survive being called Butch on the Queer Edge.
Very good. How about you, Mae?
Oh, we got Bill Bixby as an acid head.
Yes.
And we learned that he owns a tour bus that you and I have to go exploring.
Oh, yes.
To find cannabinol.
Cannabinol.
But beside all that, Julie, you have to introduce the handsome man because he's not getting any props.
His last name is Bueno, too. Hello. This is Roger.
You are sexy.
I know, right?
Julie, can you send him to my dressing room in about 10 minutes?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Now we're all settled. I got my cannabinol, I got my husband coming up, and so life is good.
Good for you.
It's good for
to
me.
be you.
It's good to be me.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. Tune in tomorrow for more Queer Edge, because this piece of stud puppet right here is coming back, and we're going to sometime try to get this one back to play us some music. And this chick is going to come, and I'm going to learn to make mad, passionate love to this woman at some point in my life. Yeah, and that's what it's about. Is that all right? Is that a deal?
It's a deal.
God, it's so easy picking up chicks. Come your way, Julie. Good night, everybody.
Don't care if you want it. You make me need it, and I ain't no random girl in your high stakes world. Simple needs make you sad.